Hey, okay, what's going on, you guys? Uh, this is a video I wanted to do just, to have a discussion with you guys and ask you guys uh, a question, I guess, or I have a certain thought about this thing. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Do you guys feel it's better to cast smaller actors in these superhero roles rather than big ones? Because the situation, the conversation came up, me and a couple people just talking about like, hey, I feel like when they have these big superstars or big movie stars that come in and want to do these superhero films, it becomes well, I ain't gonna say when they come in, but I think a lot of times when these big film stars get cast as these superheroes, it becomes a lot more about the character. I mean the star more than the character. Even though these characters are a lot of the time bigger than them, but it just feels like, it becomes more or less about like how can we please this actor as well. Um, Everybody know I'm a huge The Rock fan. I love The Rock. It's probably one of my one of the inspirations. You know what I'm saying? One of the people who inspired me the most. But I was just thinking about this. I was like, if The Rock wouldn't have been cast as Black Adam and they would have just cast someone, you know what I'm saying, not as much star power, I guess I would say, as Black Adam, would Black Adam be featured in Shazam? Now, they're saying Black Adam's not going to be in Shazam, and from the looks of it, he might not be. But my whole question is like, if it wasn't The Rock, I think they would have put him in there. It would have made, because it only makes sense to put Black Adam in a Shazam movie and not just. Only thing I probably could have said they might have done that would have been wrong, and I just out my head, they had a smaller name character, they would have used Black Adam and got rid of him. But with The Rock, I know he'll have returns, he'll play him more than once. But my only thing is like, do you think that it's better to cast smaller actors? Because when I think about, for example, the X-Men films, okay, you knew Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, and Hugh Jackman, but I honestly don't feel like the rest of that cast was just very well known. They probably done some, and maybe this is just me, maybe because I was younger at the time, I really just didn't know people, but. And believe me, I do feel like that's part of it, because I was young. I was just into film and like who did this and who wrote this and who directed this and like things like that. But I'm just saying, I felt like the guy who played Scott Summers, Cyclops in the first X-Men, man, the woman who played Jean Grey, Mystique. I thought like, think about this. Think about that Mystique, and think about Jennifer Lawrence Mystique. It's more or less, okay, you have Jennifer Lawrence being Jennifer Lawrence, and the other one, she was never in like a human form. She was always Mystique. That's the only thing you knew her for. And I actually prefer her, because it's kind of like when you get into like the whole Jennifer Lawrence, I have nothing against Jennifer Lawrence. Terrific actress. Actress. But it's just like, it becomes a lot about like the actor instead of like the actual character. And I'm not saying they doing it at all. It's not their fault. They're great actors and huge stars. It's not their fault. It's just a thing that I honestly believe that like if when Marvel does the casting for the X-Men, I would like it if it'd be just a couple people we maybe be familiar with, but not just completely know, For like one that I guess I can point out is Ray Fisher is Cyborg. I really believe him as Cyborg now, because he wasn't just a very known actor. Ezra Miller, even as the Flash, because I'm like, he gives a different take. I just when I finish watching a superhero film, I want to think more or less about the character than I do than the actor or actress that played them. Of course, they're gonna get their props, and they're the person who's bringing that character to life. But I want to see them bring the character to life with them instead of just their reputation and the person that they are. People who I've seen do this before, Wonder Woman. I mean, Gal Gadot did it for me as Wonder Woman. she's completely Wonder Woman in my eyes. Now, I don't even know. Gal Gadot is a beautiful woman, but when she puts on that costume, she is completely 100% Diana Prince Wonder Woman. Someone else, I feel like, who done it. Tom Hardy as Bane, and regardless of what people say and how they that shit, I feel like he was Bane. I didn't even realize he was Tom Hardy. Did not realize that was Tom Hardy for the longest. It's just stuff like that. The film I feel like does it the best is the X-Men though. I do feel like X-Men does the casting of like not regular people, but smaller actors and give them these roles and make these roles really work for them. I feel like X-Men does this very, very well. I think William Dafoe got captured up in his Goblin. It's just, my whole thought is like, I wonder how much different would a lot of these films be if you cast a smaller name actor in these roles, because you're no longer selling the movie on who's in it. You're selling it by the actual film and the what the movie's about. I don't want you to sell me a Batman film based on Matt Reeves directing it or Ben Affleck playing Batman. I want you to sell me a Batman film based off Batman. You see what I'm saying? I have nothing against big superstars in Hollywood want to be in these films, because believe me, they do great work. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. I love Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. But think of like some of these, like, okay, didn't quite see that coming. Now he's that character. The Chris Evans as Captain America, the Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Like Mark Ruffalo. I think Mark Ruffalo a little bigger than. I don't really know exactly the tier of stuff. It's just kind of, you see exactly what I'm doing with this though, right? I just wonder, how do you feel about smaller name actors being cast as these superheroes? Because mark my words, Zachary Levi as Shazam is going to be great. I'm calling it now. January something, I don't know exactly what the date is. Whenever we get this Shazam film, Zachary Levi is going to be great at Shazam. I'm willing to wait. It's just, and I'm not saying he's a small name actor. A lot of people, more people know him than me, and that's pretty much the case with like a lot of different actors. I may know an actor more than somebody else knows, but I just kind of feel like there are certain actors that everybody knows. And I'm not saying stop casting them. Shit, no. I'm not saying that. It's just, I'm saying, I feel like for a lot of these films, I would like to see more smaller name actors get their breakout roles as certain characters. You know, that's just my thought. I just want to know what you guys thought about it. Let me know down in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you have more free conversations like this. And I'll catch you with you guys later.